Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans around the world, I would like to personally welcome you to episode 22 of the greatest wrestling podcast in the tri state area, the hottag.podcast. If you can tell by the intro, it's a very somber moment. But of course, this is the podcast. We talk about anything and everything pro wrestling. Of course, as always, I am one half of your host, Rashad, and the other half of your host, my tag team partner in crime, Justin. Justin, what's going on, man?
Hey man, yes, fresh off Saturday night's main event from yesterday, and I want to get straight into it, man. How do you feel watching Cena have his last match last night?
you know, um, I'm obviously downstairs. Um, Saturday night's main event. It one, it's surreal to see that after 20 plus years, your favorite wrestler finally hangs up the boots and he finally or finally hangs up the Skechers and he had his last match in a WWE ring in a professional wrestling ring. Just his last match is sports entertainment, man, and it's a surreal moment. You know, it it was tough in a sense watching him tap out, but I knew once I saw the smirk and the smile before he did it, that was kind of like his swan moment, like his swan song. Like you feel me? After 20 plus years of never giving up, today is the day that I finally give up.
Yeah,
And
man. WWE pulled the trigger on something I never thought they would do. Um, I know I figured Gunther was going to win. However, when Saturday night's main event came around, I did have a little bit of speculation. Like, what if they did give the match to Cena? But knowing Cena, he went out the way that he always wanted to, and that's giving back to the business. Um, I watched a lot of the people, or I read a lot of stuff online from people, and it definitely got mixed emotions. The finish of that match, uh, but m- me, I like the finish. I know a lot of people didn't. A lot of people felt like it was erasing everything Cena had worked to build up. Um, but I don't feel that way. I feel as though Cena fought his heart out last night, and ultimately he lost to the younger, stronger, faster, hungrier guy in Gunther. There's no shame in being at the end of your career and falling to somebody who's at in the middle at their peak. So me personally, I had no issues with the finish. I actually enjoyed it. How about you?
um, prior to contrary belief, I already knew the finish. I already knew what was going to happen. Um, so I it didn't shock me. It really wasn't nothing to me. I knew Gunther was going to win. It made the most sense for him to win. Um, I even though I am a John Cena fan, I'm also a realist. So you know, I uh I figured he was gonna win, and I also figured he was gonna like make him tap out, just because that's been the mantra for him. Um, so I'm not surprised. Plus, if I'm being 100% honest, I'm pretty sure it was Cena's call to tap out anyway, which I think which Triple H said on the post. So like, it was like Cena's decision. Like he knows exactly what he wanted to do. So it was his.
Yeah, it was crazy to watch everybody kind of boo Triple H out the building post match when Cena had a post match and everybody came down to greet Cena. Hunter Triple H was booed out the building, even at the pre-show. But I
I
think
mean,
a
you
lot
got
of
to
people
find a
don't
scapegoat.
realize. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that ultimately it was a John Cena decision. If Cena didn't want to lose to Gunther, he wouldn't have lost to Gunther because he's put in his time to be able to go out the way he wanted to. And obviously, that's the way he wanted to go out, giving back to the business that gave him everything.
Yeah, I mean, you got to find a scapegoat. You got to find somebody that obviously the WWE thinks that was Hunter, that was Triple H being Triple H, and for the one time I actually defend him and say that wasn't him. Like he was following the wishes of John Cena. That's all it was. He was following the wishes. Whatever John Cena wanted to do, that's what he decided to do. Um, and I mean, you can't really change it. If anybody was in, if anybody knows John Cena, they know he does what's best for the business. And going through winning is what's best for the business and the continuation of the business. So, you know, it is what it is. Uh, he, like you said, he fought his heart out. He went down swinging. Um, that's all you can really ask for. So,
For WWE fans that throw this word cinema around a lot, I don't see how you can't look at the ending of that match and not think cinema. It was John Cena at his most peaceful, right? Cena's done everything he possibly can. It was almost as if he got comfortable and found peace. And that's why he tapped, because he just knew, hey, there's no point to keep fighting and I can't get out. I didn't try my best. But this young stud just has my number right now. So that's now two people that Gunther has retired, Goldberg and John Cena. Uh, I could definitely see WWE making this into a new career killer type of gimmick, because we got a lot of people that still has to wrap up their careers in WWE, including AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, uh, you know, and yeah, we can move on from uh, John Cena for right now, because there were other matches on this card that we have to talk about. We'll start down the line. We'll start with the first match from the evening: Cody Rhodes versus Obafemi. Um, the finish of this match, unlike the Cena one, in my opinion, the finish of this match sucked. And here's why I say this: these are exhibition matches. There's no titles on the line, and this whole thing was about showing uh, off the young and future of the WWE. Um, I do feel like they missed the mark on that. a little bit. I would have liked to see a actual ending to Cody Rhodes over Femi, whether it was Cody losing or Oba losing. I felt like that match should have had a finish. It's because it doesn't mean anything going forward.
Yeah, I have the theory that not theory. What I want Oba to beat the dog shit out of Cody Rhodes, um, just because I wanted Cody to unlock that extra rage, that extra like, you know what? I've been losing, I've been getting hold, I've been getting bitched. I'm tired of it. You feel me? And I'm ready to beat some ass. So I wanted, and who else but Oba? You know, Oba exhibition match, like you said, show off the next generation. Unlike Oba said the future is now, and Oba is the now. And why not? I mean, he's obviously going to be your next top guy whenever you decide to bring him up. So why not have him be the dog shit out of your undisputed champion? In my eyes, you want some, something that people talk about Cody Rhodes getting beat by
I
Oba
think it's
Femi.
because Cody is the biggest face in the company right now. So
I mean, yeah, of course, but like I said, it's just Triple H always talk about this doing the unexpected and going into new eras and everything and all types of stuff like that. Well, guess what? Like that would have been the biggest thing of the new of a era of a culture shift, I should say.
yeah,
Having your developmental champion beat your top champion, like that would have been like, oh, okay.
yeah. I don't think that will. I don't think that will happen. Just because I know WWE is all about protecting their champions. If they want
Well,
Cody to lose, he would have lost the draw. He would have lost to Drew. He beat Drew twice.
let me ask you this, because you said WWE's all about protecting the champions. Do we remember um uh who faced Cena and won coming up from NXT?
Kevin Owens,
Kevin Owens.
but Cena at that time was United States champion.
I mean, he was still a champion though.
Yeah, but like we know the difference between the WWE Championship and the United States Championship.
We do, but like, I mean, at this, Cena was still one of the top baby faces at the time. Did was I don't think was Kevin Owens still the NXT champion? Or did he just lose it?
Kevin Owens was NXT champion,
He was NXT champion.
and that first match he lost. He won. Cena won the second one, but the first match, Kevin Owens beat Cena beat Kevin Owens via roll up. So
So okay, so the next match they have open for we should beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes.
I mean,
If we get
we'll
a
see when
finish.
they decide to run that back. It probably won't be until Oba's on the main roster anyway.
Yeah, but I mean they're probably gonna run over versus Drew at SmackDown most likely. Maybe that's probably what it's looking like. What I would guess, but yeah, no finish. I mean, typical.
And right as I thought the match was starting to heat up too, uh, I, yeah, I feel like we could have came up with something better for that match. Move on to Bailey taking on NXT Soul Ruka. Soul Ruka, one of the like uh, rising stars in the women's division. Uh, One of the best finishers in the game right now, the Soul Snatcher. Um,
Hmm.
so this was a big opportunity to get in there with first ballot Hall of Famer, and Bailey. And I kind of figured that So Ruka was going to win this match just because uh, I don't know if they have a clear direction for Bailey yet. Uh, that she's doing the whole Lyra thing, but tag team thing, but I feel like So Ruka definitely needed this win more than Bailey right about now, and she got it. She beat her with a roll up. Um, so shout out to Soruka. How do you feel? How do you feel about this match, Bailey for Soruka?
Big Soul Luka fan, man. Big Soul Luka fan. Um, I think it was a great match. Um, I think we got to see uh Soruka do her work, and I'm excited for the future. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for the future. I'm excited to see um what she does when she gets called up to the main roster. It is
Yeah,
coming. It's
my own
coming.
my only complaint is just kind of like the last match. I feel like we needed a little bit more time in that match. Uh, all the endings of these matches kind of felt abrupt. Besides the Cena match, all of the endings kind of felt abrupt, and like we could have got a little bit more time out these matches. So
Hmm.
that's kind of my only criticism from the show was if you're showcasing your NXT stars, give them the time to showcase.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but like you said, these are exhibitions, so and we kind of figure most of the time we're gonna go to Cena or for Cena. Um, hence, you know, why we got the NXT kind of um next generation versus current generation. I guess I feel like it was their I feel like it was their compromise in a sense. That we was like, all right, you know what? We'll do the NXT showcase, but they only gonna get about 10, 12 minutes of pop each match. So like that's what the compromise was.
Yeah, I feel like that was my only gripe was felt like I could have used more time, especially in this next match, Leon Slater and Javon Evans versus Dragon Styles. I feel like this match started fast, action packed, uh, and was kind of that all the way through to the end. Uh, this was one of my favorite matches on the card for sure. One of my favorite matches, maybe of the week, but definitely big shout out to Javon Evans and Leon Slater. Uh, two young, two young prodigies uh, who haven't even reached their peak yet. Leon Slater's been wrestling since he was like 12 years old. Uh, Javon Evans' athleticism is out of this world. They make a great tag team, in my opinion. Um, and I can't wait to see Leon Slater in the WWE. I know he's headed there eventually.
Nah, that match definitely should have gotten some more time. Um, I also feel like the Neon Slater AJ Styles should happen in TNA. I know they've been trying to talk about it um internally for like AJ Styles to have a match um on TNA. Um I think for like their debut on was it AMC or something. So like it's definitely talked about. Plus Leon Slater, which I think I said it yesterday, like Leon Slater got to have a match on WWE television like against his idol, like which is crazy, you know, to think about. So I definitely feel like
on
Yeah, I feel like they
John
should run
Cena's
that back.
last match card. Like this, a huge
Yeah,
look for Leon Slater, man.
yeah. Like
And he
it's
definitely did
it's
not disappoint.
well, honestly, the somebody we like really should shout out, which I feel like I don't think has really gotten the shout out yet. Shout out to um shout out to Shawn Michaels because I'm pretty sure like Shawn picked like, all right, you know what, we're gonna have so and so versus so and so. Like they were like, just give me who you want, you know, to perform, and he picked those four talents, and he did he cooked. He didn't miss with those. So shout out to Sean. That's like I feel like he he doesn't get a lot of the credit that he should deserve, and he yeah he picked the right litter for the showcase.
Hey man, Shawn Michaels is probably my favorite wrestler of all time, and he always had the vision for the future. And to his credit, he's found it. He's been able to prepare us for a future with people like Braun Breaker, people like Carmelo Hayes, people like Soruka, Obafemi. Uh, Shout out to Sean's eye because he definitely got an eye for talent. But uh, from there, we had the final match of the night that we talked about a little bit already. Cena versus Gunther. Um, and yeah, like there's Rashad said, this was where all the time went on the show. We had a video package before the match, uh, and then we got into the match. Cena versus Gunther, in my opinion, was a great match. I'll have my skepticisms with the amount of time it got because I felt like the pacing, they would have to slow down the pacing. But I enjoyed the pacing of this match. It slowed down when it needed to slow down, but not for long. They started off with action, kind of slowed it down in the middle, and picked it back up near the end. Uh, so if I had to give this card a rating out of 10, I would probably give it a I'd probably give it a 6.5.
How'd you forget?
Oh
You didn't
yeah,
you didn't you didn't you didn't say his name.
oh yeah. Before the Cena and Gunther match even take place, we were hearing from Stephanie McMahon and Joe Tessitore uh, in the crowd, and out the back of in the background, the corner of my eyes, and we see Miz in the ring. Uh, Miz has been trying to get on this show since it was announced. Uh, Tried to win the last time it's now tournament twice, failed. So um, this was Miz kind of hijacking the show, uh, which led to R-Truth coming down and basically confronting the Miz about, hey, you switched out somebody's name from the drawing for the tournament, and that's not fair. Uh, I thought it was going to be R-Truth and Miz just have a little thing, but no, it was when Miz opened up the bar and read the name. It was none other than Joe Hendry. Um, Joe Hendry has been working with the WWE now for some time. Even when he was still on NXT, he was uh, doing work in the WWE. And now that he's officially signed to the WWE, I see that uh, Joe Hendry will probably be called up from the main roster to the main roster pretty soon.
Absolutely. I mean, that segment was very good. You know, shout out R-Truth for R-Truth coming out and the whole John Cena fit. Feel me?
And yeah, Joe Hendry has been mixing it up with a lot of top talent for the WWE, and he wasn't even signed. So
Yeah,
that
this is
that just goes to show you how high the WWE is on Joe Hendry. Shout out to Joe.
absolutely. Um, if I had to rate this show, I'd give it. I had to give it a 7.5. 7.5. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't that good, but it was more good than bad, honestly. Um, just wish we could have got a little bit more time for the matches, but it is what it is. It's understandable. It's John Cena's last night. Totally fine with it. If it was anything else, if it was anything else, you know, um, we I would be a little upset, but it's only because it's his night that I'm like, all right. And then, 10, 12 minutes, it's fine. So I give it a 7.5.
Okay, 7.5. Um, Now, uh, backtracking. Uh, you had a full week of shows, another full week of shows. Uh, but one thing I wanted to talk about came on Raw, and that was it seems as if LA Knight has been written off TV uh, just because of after getting tsunami by Bronson Reed on top of a car after already losing to Logan Paul in the match. Man, the WWE do not fuck with LA Knight. And this is a guy that they brought when they brought in had all the momentum in the world. People thought he should have beat Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship, and now he's getting written off TV. It's crazy to me.
I think I think he he did get written off in a sense, but I feel like his time is finally gonna come. I feel like he's gonna win Royal Rumble. I feel like he's gonna go on to face somebody at WrestleMania. So he's finally gonna get his shot. I feel like there's enough time, like enough patience. This should be the time of LA Knights coming into the new year, winning the World Rumble, finally getting himself a championship. I think, it's time. If it is that he has been written off, then obviously it's either, his contract is coming to an end, or maybe some type of personal stuff. But I'm hoping that this is only because he's going to return at the Royal Rumble, win it, and it's going to be his game.
Yeah, I think LA Knight is doing some really good work recently. Like all of his tournament matches in the last time is now tournament was really fun. Even the one where he had to get a new opponent on the fly. Like LA Knight has been doing really well, really good. Which why I was so surprised to see that happen to him. Do you think he's going to win the Royal Rumble and go on to WrestleMania? Which I wouldn't be mad at. I wouldn't be mad at. Although I do think it's going to be Sami Zayn, I wouldn't be mad at LA Knight.
I mean, there's a lot of potential people to win um, the Royal Rumble. It's a lot of potential. A lot of potential. You could have Sami Zayn, you have LA Knight, you can have Braun Breaker do it. You could have somehow, some way, we could have Randy Orton at just whatever age he is, because he's still doing it. It's a bunch of people you can have win the Royal Rumble that we wouldn't be mad at, honestly. Like, but I think LA Knight should win, 100% hands down. LA Knight should win the Royal Rumble. Um, I'm not the biggest LA Knight fan, but I feel like, you know, he's due. His time. He's the patience has ran its course. He's always been the do it for the company guy. So I feel like the company should do it for him.
I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. Uh, what about you? Anything from Raw that stuck out to you?
Um, and then I stuck out from, yeah. So this black hooded mystery man, right? Uh, Obviously there has been rumors and theories that, hey, it could be Austin Theory, hey, it could be Montez Ford. Um, I did see something recently that Montez Ford is ruled out of being the mystery man, I guess. It's saying that it's two different people. Like two somebody was there for Survivor Series, somebody was
Definitely
there for
two
Monday
different
Night
people,
Raw.
and one of
So I'm
those was
like,
definitely Montez Ford. The one on
you
Raw was
know,
definitely Montez Ford, in my opinion.
it looked like Montez. It felt like it was Montez. Not gonna lie to you, it felt like it was Montez. And honestly, it could be. I feel like it's going to be different people every week. In my eyes, it's going to be different people every week. So, um, I don't know how long they're going to play this out for. Maybe up until Royal Rumble. Maybe up until Elimination Chamber. Maybe, who knows? Maybe until tomorrow. Because obviously we're recording this on Sunday. So who knows how long it's going to take for them to reveal it. But if we know anything about WWE and we know anything about creative, they love long term storytelling. So hey, we'll see. It's obviously like he's aligned with the vision. There's no way he's not, because he's always been there when somebody from the vision gets in trouble. So
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's obvious, but I'd definitely be interested to see which way they go and who they decide to finally have. Uh, which is the good thing about him still being underneath a mask is you can experiment with a couple different people to see who you think they think should be uh the mystery attacker. But Raw was okay. Uh, SmackDown was okay. Very limited things on this show, on these shows because of Saturday night's main event and them trying to build the hype for that. It seemed this last match. Uh, SmackDown was okay. Uh, the main event was a little rough. Zelina and Alistair versus the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. It was a little rough, uh, especially from Zelina, but I'm not willing to count her out just yet. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely was a rough watch.
yeah, I agree. Like if it was anybody else, if it was anybody else that kind of like botched that ending, they would get,
I mean, she
I talk
almost
about them.
spiked herself on her head trying to do a cold red. That was crazy.
Yeah, It- but like Zelina, she was active. Obviously, she was, um she was the women's United States champion for a minute, and then it just stopped. Like she just kind of disappeared for a little bit. Then she came and she aligned herself with her husband. It was like not really that active as she was. So I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah,
just
this might have been
because,
her first match,
like in what,
like,
maybe
in a
like 2
while.
months. Yeah, so I gotta give her the benefit of the doubt. Honestly, gotta give her
Uh,
the benefit of the doubt.
I want to give a quick
So
shout out to Lash Legend. Looked really good in her first SmackDown match against Alexa Bliss.
yeah, she did. She definitely did. And listen, she's gonna be a star, man. She's gonna be another um star powerhouse for the WWE. Like, and I'm just slowly waiting for the day her newly fiance, Mr. Cherkerson Williams, to finally be called up to the main roster as well.
Uh, Moving on to the AEW portion of things. Uh, we had Dynamite Winter is coming this past Wednesday. Uh, and then it was a big one. We had a Continental Classic continuing, and uh you had the women's finals for the tag team championships, and then you had the main event, Samoa Joe versus Eddie Kingston for the AEW World Championship. Good show. Uh, I've been really rocking with the Continental Classic. I feel like all of the matches have been killer. Um, and Joe versus Eddie Kingston was really good too. But what stuck out to me the most was your inaugural women's tag team champions being the Babes of Wrath, Willow Nightingale, and Harley Cameron. Now, I kind of predicted this would be the finals back at the start of the tournament between Thomas Love Bombs and Babes of Wrath, but I thought that Tony Khan would give the titles to Mina and Tony Storm just because they're the bigger names. Um, but that's not what they decided to do. Uh, they went with the people's choice. Uh, and I'll fuck with that because oftentimes we see WWE take the easy way out or the most predictable scenario. Um, but AEW likes to switch it up, and I can appreciate that because Willow has been working her ass off. Harley Cameron has been working her ass off. In my opinion, they deserve to be tag champs.
Yeah, I'm good. Fuck what you talking about, man. Babes, Babe the Wrath, um, Willow Nightingale, whatever she want to do, she can do whatever she want to have. She can have. That's all I'm saying. I rest my case.
You had a tag team match between Swerve and Hangman versus the Ops, Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs, which I thought was really good. Match was a tornado tag, and it started in the crowd, uh, which was dope to me. And even when the bell rung, the match was still really good. Um, One match that I wanted to talk about, uh, Mike Bailey versus Kyle Fletcher. Uh, I told you to check that one out when you could. I don't know if you got a chance to check it out.
I ain't watched it yet, but I will.
Hey man, that's one of the best matches I've ever seen, in my opinion. Kyle Fletcher and Mike Bailey went crazy in a Continental Classic match, and To my surprise, I thought they were going to give it to Kyle Fletcher, but they gave it to Mike Bailey. But I wasn't mad because the match was incredible. So shout out to Mike Bailey. Yeah, shout out to Kyle Fletcher. They killed it. Uh, before we get into hot spots for the week, uh, I wanted to take some time to just discuss some of our favorite John Cena moments that uh, happened over 2 decades. Um, and there's a lot of them. But for me, I would say one of my favorite moments uh, is WrestleMania against Shawn Michaels, where he came in with the car, he broke through the glass. I thought that was such a cool entrance for Cena, one of his best, in my opinion. And the match that uh, led after that was killer. Uh, uh, him throwing Edge in the river, that was always funny to me. And Cena matches versus AJ hold a special places in my heart because of the fact that AJ is one of my favorites of all time, and I never expected him to make it to the WWE, and he did, and they put him with Cena, and it was killer. So those are some of my favorite John Cena moments. How about you?
Um, so my some of my favorite moments would have to be when um I mean, it was a WrestleMania. It was WrestleMania. It was for the Royal Heavyweight title. Um, I don't remember the number, but I do know it was WrestleMania. He faced Edge and Big Show in a triple threat match for the Royal Heavyweight title, and he had Big Show and Edge on his shoulders for a double AA. And I thought like that, like at that moment, I was like, "Yo, Cena is like he's superhuman. Like he's literally like a superhero. Like you can't tell me he's not."
Yeah, Cena's strength is
Um,
definitely underrated. Cena is incredibly strong, especially in his prime.
um, another another Cena, which is it's kind of like a bunch of them, but I always loved when WWE did tribute to the troops, and I mean Cena was always for me. He was always on the card. Um, most of the years that they did it, so like you feel me. I never forget playing.
Cena is synonymous with tribute to the troops, in my opinion. When I think of tribute to the troops, I think of John Cena.
Um, I never forget playing. They were SmackDown versus Raw, either 2009, 2010, when you did the road to WrestleMania, and you had you you had a storyline where John Cena had a friend. He was a veteran, and like I forget who he was feuding, who like the feud was with at the time. But they had like beat up the like veteran, and like he started crashing out.
Yeah, what
But
was it?
definitely,
SmackDown vs. Raw 2009
it was either 2009,
or something?
2010. It was one of them, but it was definitely SmackDown versus Raw. Um, so yeah, I always think that like that's funny, just based off of how he is with like tribute to the troops. Like yo, you can't tell me like tribute to the troops, and it's like you said, tribute to the troops and Cena go hand in hand. Um, and then probably my most favorite was is actually a local one when WWE used to do house shows, and we were at the arena, and he faced I think he faced I think it was Big Show. He did face Big Show. It was either Big Show or Chris Jericho that he fought for the belt. And after he won, he like went into the like he went into the crowds and he was like walking around the arena and like I remember me and my dad like ran out and like you feel me, I got to like give him a handshake. I gotta give him like a high five. Bro, when I tell you like that literally I was like shaking after that. Like I think I went to the car crying, bro.
That's
I was
tough.
like, yo, this is I said, yo, this is crazy, bro. Like I think we I think I don't know if they still got the pictures in the arena, but like you'll probably see him. You'll probably see the picture of it, like of him walking around. Like it's fire though, bro. Like it's so fire, man. Honestly, like yeah, that gotta be my favorite Cena moments, honestly. And then obviously getting to see him in person, like for the last time at SummerSlam, was is another one. But
Yeah, that was
yeah,
definitely a
man,
dope experience. And seeing him come back to face John Cena was really
yeah,
dope. The reaction and that night was insane.
yeah.
Uh,
If you follow us on the hot tag page, and you haven't seen the video, please go look at the video that's posted. It's very eminent that I am a big Cena fan, and if you listen to the video with with the volume on, you'll understand why. So
moving on to everybody's favorite segment, uh, Rashad's and Justin's hot spots of the week. Who went first last time?
I think it was you. So I guess I'll go first. Um, so my hot spots of the week. Um, we are going to start off with the hula over Femi. Um, I I like Obafemi. I feel like Obafemi is going to be one of the top guys in WWE, and I feel like him coming out, opening a SmackDown, and that promo is just
Definitely was a good promo.
it's really just the start. Like it's him saying exactly what we're going to see. The future is now, and Oba is the now. Like this company is going to run through him like sooner than later. So he gets my first pick. Second, uh, hot spot for me is definitely gonna go to Soul Ruka. Um, I mean, she was out there putting on. She's out there putting on work. She's putting in work Saturday. Like just while watching that match, I don't think I blinked. I barely blinked. You know, her move set is just so fire to me. Like that it makes you sit there and be like, damn, like this is hard. Like this is super tough. And obviously this the Soul Snatcher is like one of my favorite finishers
One of the best
right
finishers
now.
in the game right now.
Like it is such a great finisher, man. Um, and she like you like she pulls that off so fluid too. Like it is so fluid, man. Um, and then obviously my third hot spot goes to the greatest of all time in history ever in the world and on the planet in the universe. You feel me, John Cena. There is there. I feel like there is half the people you see in WWE today. You don't see them if it wasn't for John Cena. I'm just gonna keep that a pure buck. Like John Cena, he's the blueprint. He's the mark. He is the standard. He is WWE. Like you can't say WWE and not say John Cena. Like it's him. You feel me? He gave us 20 plus years of his life. He gave us the best moments. He gave us ups. He gave us downs. And it was an honor and a privilege to watch him for all these years. So, you know, my last one goes to Cena.
Solid, solid. Definitely all the respect in the world goes out to Cena because that man is part of some of my earliest memories as a wrestling fan and some of my favorites too. So yeah, Cena's definitely gonna be missed. Definitely the GOAT. For me, for my hot spots of the week, I'm going to start off with, of course, Mike Bailey versus Kyle Fletcher. I already said it's one of the greatest matches I've ever seen, and yeah, if you haven't got to check it out, go back and check it out from the Continental Classic this year. Second, I'll probably go Swerve and Hangman versus the Ops, just because I like the way the match started in the crowd, and then eventually got back to uh, the ring, but it didn't lose any of its steam at all. So definitely Swerve and Hangman versus the Ops, and my final one is going to go to sleeper actually. Javon Evans versus The Miz on SmackDown. I thought it was a great showcase of what Javon Evans could do. You put him out there with The Miz. You put anybody out there with The Miz. And The Miz is a constant professional. And he's really good. So, yeah, this match was killer to me. And earned a spot in my hot spots of the week.
Yeah, man. Pretty solid spots. Pretty solid spots. Where you can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it, man. But it's always a sad moment once we finish our hot spots because that wraps up the end of episode 22 of the Hot Tag Podcast. All right, now listen, make sure you follow us on all our social medias. All right, like, comment, subscribe, and follow us for more content. All the social media links, all the usernames will be in the um link below. We appreciate all the love and support, man. Without y'all, you already know nothing is possible. You feel me? Of course, that's my main man, Justyn. I'm Rashad. Always remember, stay sharp, stay fresh, stay hot. Peace.